EcoShorts Presents Ancient Trees, the living cathedrals of nature. Ancient beings still stand among us. Older than cities, older than nations, older than most of the stories we tell about the world. They were already growing when the first temples were raised, when the first roads were laid, when the first ships crossed the sea. Some were saplings when empires were born, and giants when those empires fell. Across the world, ancient forests once covered the land like a living skin. Vast breathing systems of oak, pine, beech and cedar. Ecosystems measured in centuries. To the people who lived among them, forests were never just wood. They were sacred. In ancient Europe, people gathered in sacred groves, natural cathedrals, where no stone was laid and no roof was built, because the canopy itself was the ceiling. Among the Celts, groves were places of law, ritual and protection. Among the Greeks, they were sanctuaries of the gods. Among the Romans, they were forbidden to cut. These were not just resources as we see them today. They were holy ground. From those forests emerged one of humanity's oldest symbols, the green man, a face formed from leaves and bark, roots for veins, branches for breath. He appears carved into medieval churches, woven into pagan myth and painted into folklore. And above all of them stood the greatest symbol of all, the world tree, a single tree imagined to hold the sky, anchor the earth, and bind the realms together. Its roots in the underworld, its trunk in the world of humans, its crown in the heavens. Across cultures, the message was the same. The forest is not part of the world, it is the world. But beneath the soil, something even older was at work. A hidden architecture. Beneath every forest lies a vast underground network of fungi connecting tree to tree, root to root, soil to sky. Mycorrhizal networks, living threads thinner than hair, stretching for kilometers, binding entire forests into a single system. Through them, trees share water, nutrients, carbon, information. A dying tree can send its last reserves to its neighbors. A healthy one can feed its seedlings. A threatened one can warn the forest of danger. Chemical messages ripple through the soil like whispers. The forest talks, not in sound, but in chemistry. Each tree is an individual, but none stand alone. Together they regulate temperature, generate rainfall, stabilize soil, store carbon, and build the very ground beneath our feet. A mature forest is not just scenery, it is planetary infrastructure. Some have lived for over 1,000 years, recording droughts in their rings, storms in their scars, civilizations in their shadows. They have watched the world change. But now, the forests are quieter. More than half of the world's original forests have already been cleared. Old-growth woodland is now one of the rarest ecosystems on Earth. The great green cathedrals have become fragments, islands in fields, patches on hills. But something is stirring again. Across the world, forests are being restored. Ancient woodlands are being protected. Wild corridors are being reconnected. People are learning once more that forests are not just carbon stores, they are living systems, living memory. The sacred groves are returning as sanctuaries for a planet in crisis. We are only now beginning to measure that trees shape the climate, that forests regulate the earth, that underground networks bind life together, that the world is held up by roots. The world tree was never imaginary. We were living in it all along, and it is still waiting to see if we remember it.